Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Good Luck to You, Leo Grande, starring Emma Thompson, about an older woman who hires a prostitute. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 8. Yeah, I don't know about this movie. I mean, it seems like a low-budget drama about a woman who wanted to experience some little craziness before she got too old, and so she hires a man to have sex with and do sexual things with that she never did with her now late husband. And this is a weird comment: sex positive and positively sexy. I don't know if this is all that positive. I don't know what kind of message it sends, but I'll say this: what's the audience here? It's, I guess, middle-aged women saying to you, hey, you're getting older, better have some crazy sex before you die. I don't know if that's the right message to send to young women, because I think young women can have sex pretty much whenever they want, and the culture has changed somewhat. It's a lot of movies that come out of Hollywood have this weird sensibility to it, like it's still 1952, or like it's the 1960s and we just got out of the 50s, everybody. No, this isn't true, you know, and this isn't a period piece. This is like a regular drama. And it's a very small drama, very in the room sort of drama, in cinemas June 17th. Let's see who wrote this thing. Written and created by Katie Brand. Directed by Sophie High. This is a movie, right? I think it's a movie. Yeah, it says romantic movie. Is it all that romantic if the guy is a gigolo? So, I don't know. It feels like this is aimed at, I'd say, middle-aged women or older women. I don't know if they want to see this. I mean, like, a lot of this feels like it's all this crazy great stuff you're missing. I don't know if missing a lot of empty sex with strangers, I don't know if you're really missing all that much. You know, she was with her husband a long time and only him. So it's like, what? It seems like by default you're saying that's a negative, and that's usually a positive unless the marriage was bad or something. But I don't know. It doesn't feel all that funny or interesting. Feels like it's really more of a short, you know, more of a character study, not a 90-minute movie about a woman trying to come to terms with her sexuality late in life. But it's not aimed at me, so I wouldn't go see it. Exclusively in cinemas June 17th. Yeah, it feels like an art house movie for older women in cities who are going to go, ooh, maybe I need to go hire a man after you die, honey. You know, I grew up in the 80s, and there was a lot of divorce, sure, but it feels different now. It feels so routine. And now I don't think this character's divorced. I think she's widowed. So that's a little different. So, you know, but it feels like it's so routine now. It's like, oh, you get married to have your kids, and then you get divorced to go have fun. I don't think that's a good thing to encourage. You know, it happens to people. I get it, but to encourage it seems weird and counterproductive, you know, because there are a lot of people out there, a lot of people. I'm on dating sites. I'm 56. I see a lot of women out there who are single and looking, and, you know, I look at them and I go, I wonder how all these women are going to find dates, you know? Because when you're long in the tooth, it's really hard to date. And, you know, pretty much, if you're determined enough, you can get sex wherever you want. I mean, especially women. Especially women. Especially Emma Thompson. Or someone who looks like her. I mean, she doesn't look that bad. As the saying goes, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. She's in my age range. So I really don't get what's going on here. Or why this movie... It feels like this movie wasn't needed. It feels like a corner of the universe that's extremely specific, and yet already it feels like Hollywood's like pushing it like, wow, look at this. It feels like it's pushing it as a mainstream thing, and it's not all that mainstream. Maybe, but to a particular audience that would consider it mainstream, like a city audience. And I think at the same time, like I get what she's doing, I get what the character arc is, but at the same time, it's kind of sad that she would have to do it, right? It's kind of sad, and she spends the whole trailer saying, oh, I never did anything fun or adventurous in my life, and this is the one thing, and it's like, well, that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad you didn't do that. Your whole life, you didn't do anything adventurous. I mean, you didn't do anything adventurous with your husband ever, never once suggested something a little crazy. So I don't know. I wouldn't see this movie. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I mean, if it resonates with you, I definitely don't think Emma Thompson's going to turn in a bad performance here. The other actor, he looks kind of like the guy from iRobot, but not iRobot. What the hell is it? Mr. Robot. But that's not him, right? No, Daryl McCormack. I don't know him. So, I don't know. It just, to me, the whole movie makes a weird statement. One that I'm not totally down with. So, I wouldn't say it. Just, it also seems like a very low budget movie. It's all going to take place in a hotel room and a couple locations, and that's going to be it. And I don't know what's the appeal of saying. I mean, like, Emma Thompson's not bad looking, but I don't see the appeal of like seeing an older woman have struggle with her sexuality. I just don't see that appeal. I don't know how that translates to an audience, right? So the first act, I guess she's probably dealing with the loss of her husband, and or maybe just looking at how old she's getting, and finally decides just to do this and hire a guy to finally experience things. However she gets into it, I'm not quite sure. They don't show anything, but she decides, okay, I'm going to hire a guy and maybe risk STD. So it's a little different, I guess, going the other way with women hiring guys because they tend to be older and hiring the younger. Well, I guess guys do that too, but it's a little different. And second act, she doesn't know if she should do this, and he's trying to make her feel comfortable because that's what a guy like him would do, for his client, make her feel good. And then slowly over the course of the movie, she gets more and more comfortable with herself. But in the end, maybe she gets to know him, and then that she's more comfortable, and then she has a good time. But in the end, they have to part ways, and I think the downside of this movie would be towards the end, like she would get a little too attached to him. That would be my thought. And then he would have to kind of let her down gently and remind her that it was mainly transactional. But I'm not sure where this would go. I mean, I couldn't see it ending in a full-blown relationship. That would be weird. So again, it feels, it's billed as a romantic movie, and I guess some of this is romance, but it's like fake romance. So I don't know. I would call it a drama, romantic drama, maybe. It's meant to be light and fun, but when I think about it, it feels kind of sad. Anyhow, that's my thoughts on Good Luck to You, Leo Grande, also a weird name. So check us out, me and Little Joan, on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. We got a Hollywoke hot take and a news blast. We'll see you in the next one.